Knowledge Management 101, an overview of knowledge management principles. Knowledge management is the deliberate and strategic process of identifying, creating, storing, sharing, and applying knowledge to improve organizational performance. It is not merely about archiving information, but about turning individual and collective know-how into organizational assets. Knowledge management helps organizations leverage what they know to improve efficiency, foster innovation, and sustain competitive advantage. In a knowledge-driven economy, it becomes a central pillar for strategic planning, operational excellence, and learning. For example, a global consultancy firm may rely on structured knowledge-sharing systems to ensure that insights gained from one client engagement can inform another, even if the teams are separated by geography or specialization. Explicit and tacit knowledge. Understanding the two types of knowledge. Central to knowledge management is the distinction between explicit and tacit knowledge. Explicit knowledge is formal, codified, and easily communicated. It includes documents, manuals, procedures, and data sets that can be stored in databases or communicated through training sessions. Tacit knowledge, on the other hand, is deeply personal, experiential, and often difficult to articulate. It is embodied in individual skill, judgment, intuition, and insight. A seasoned project manager may have a feel for interpersonal team dynamics or risk signals that are difficult to document, yet critical for project success. Effective knowledge management strategies recognize the different ways these forms of knowledge are produced, shared, and embedded in daily practice. Knowledge creation and flow. Organizations create knowledge continuously, whether through product development, customer interactions, experimentation, or problem solving. A useful conceptual model for understanding this process is the Seki model developed by Ikujiro Nonaka and Hirotaka Takeuchi, which outlines 4 modes of knowledge conversion. Socialization refers to sharing tacit knowledge through shared experiences. Externalization is the process of articulating tacit knowledge into concepts. Combination involves integrating different pieces of explicit knowledge. Internalization is the process of learning and embodying new knowledge. For instance, in a software development team, pair programming might facilitate socialization, writing user documentation captures externalization, integrating product feedback achieves combination, and hands-on use by staff leads to internalization. The role of technology in knowledge management. Knowledge repositories and databases store and organize information for easy access and reuse. They capture institutional memory, best practices, and lessons learned, helping organizations avoid redundancy and make informed decisions. Collaboration tools and platforms support the sharing and co-creation of knowledge across teams. Tools like shared documents, project boards, and communication apps break down silos and enable real-time collaboration regardless of location. AI and machine learning enhance knowledge management by automating classification, tagging, and retrieval. These technologies can identify patterns, recommend content, and even generate insights, turning raw data into actionable knowledge. Technological tools are essential enablers of knowledge management, but must be integrated thoughtfully into organizational processes. Enterprise-wide platforms such as knowledge repositories, wikis, content management systems, and artificial intelligence-based tools help store and retrieve knowledge efficiently. Advanced systems can also infer relationships between data points, recommend relevant documents, and facilitate collaboration across teams and time zones. For example, a hospital system may use a clinical decision support tool that aggregates patient histories, diagnostic guidelines, and recent research to assist physicians. However, technology cannot replace human judgment or the cultural and social dimensions of knowledge sharing. Organizational culture and knowledge sharing. Culture is one of the most powerful forces shaping knowledge management. A culture of trust, openness, and collaboration encourages individuals to share insights, admit mistakes, and learn from one another. Conversely, a culture of hoarding, fear, or hyper-competition inhibits the flow of knowledge. Leaders play a key role by modeling learning behaviors, recognizing knowledge contributions, and investing in systems that support reflection and dialogue. At the organizational level, mechanisms such as after-action reviews, mentoring programs, cross-functional teams, and internal knowledge fairs can promote the exchange of both tacit and explicit knowledge. For example, an aerospace company may hold lessons learned, debriefings after each launch to capture insights for future missions. Barriers and challenges, navigating the obstacles to success. Despite its promise, knowledge management is often difficult to implement effectively. Common challenges include a lack of time and incentives for sharing knowledge, insufficient documentation practices, fear of losing competitive advantage, and inadequate technological infrastructure. Another significant challenge is knowledge loss due to staff turnover. When experienced employees leave without transferring their expertise, organizations face a form of institutional amnesia. Additionally, the sheer volume of available information can lead to overload, making it harder for employees to locate and use relevant knowledge. Addressing these challenges requires a coordinated approach that includes incentives, training, structural supports, and cultural change. Strategic importance and emerging trends. Knowledge is increasingly recognized as a strategic asset. Firms that manage knowledge well are more adaptable, responsive to market changes, and capable of continuous innovation. In industries such as biotechnology, professional services, and engineering, the ability to access and apply cutting-edge knowledge quickly is vital to survival. Emerging trends in the field include the use of machine learning to identify patterns in knowledge use, augmented reality to support real-time learning, and social media analytics to surface emergent knowledge. There is also growing interest in knowledge equity, ensuring that knowledge systems include diverse perspectives and do not replicate existing hierarchies or exclusions. Conclusion: knowledge management is not a narrow technical function, but a wide-ranging organizational capability that connects people, processes, and technologies. It requires a long-term commitment to building cultures of learning, investing in robust infrastructures, and nurturing the social conditions that make knowledge sharing possible. As organizations grapple with complexity, remote work, and rapid change, those that treat knowledge as a living dynamic resource, not merely as data to be archived, will be better positioned to adapt, learn, and lead. Stay tuned for more insights into business and the social sciences. If you found this overview helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment on future topics you'd like us to cover. I'm Dr. Dag, wishing you a fantastic day ahead.